This short story is taken from Sarkar's Short Stories Part 1, written by Shri Prabhat Ranjan Sarkar. Lakshman's demand. Rama, Lakshmana, and Sita spent 14 years in the forest in exile. During that period, Lakshmana was in charge of security. Late one night, when he was on patrol, his eyes became heavy with intense tiredness. With great difficulty, he lifted up his bow and aimed an arrow at the goddess of sleep. "Oh, Lakshmana," said the goddess, "many people praise you for your noble qualities, but it seems that praise is misplaced. If you were really noble, would you shoot an arrow at an unarmed person and a lady? But you are stopping me for doing my duty." Lakshmana protested. "My action is fully justified." "Perhaps it is," said the goddess. "But remember, I have a duty to do too. It's my duty to sit on people's eyelids. You have every right to protest if I sit on your eyelids at midday. But this is the dead of night. It's the time when everyone should be asleep." "That may be true," said Lakshmana, "but please don't sit on my eyelids for another 14 years. I suggest you make a note of it in your diary." Lakshmana also recorded the event in his diary and encircled the date on his calendar with red ink. When the goddess of sleep would next visit him, many days passed. Many tender buds grew into leaves that yellowed and fell softly to the ground. Many children grew up and began their studies at university. Rama had returned to Ayodhya and was attending his coronation ceremony. Laxmana was standing at his side, fanning him with the royal fan. Suddenly Laxmana felt a heavy drowsiness come upon him and inadvertently dropped the fan. He gripped the throne to prevent himself from falling to the ground. The crowd cried out in surprise. A doctor rushed up and checked his pulse and other symptoms. He declared that Lakshmana was suffering from vitamin deficiency and gave him some capsules to swallow and a few tonics to drink. Lakshmana soon regained his strength and stood up straight. "You won't be able to intimidate me anymore," said the goddess of sleep. "I have come at the proper time. Open your diary and see for yourself. I'm not a minute late." "You are right," said Lakshman after looking in his diary. "But can't you see I'm a little busy now? I suggest you come back at a more suitable time," said the goddess. "If it is not improper for a child to fall asleep without eating, or a bride to feel drowsy during her marriage ceremony, or the demon Kumbhakarna to sleep for half a year, then why it is wrong for anyone to doze off while waving the royal fan? I have come today to apply my entire strength to your eyelid." "Well, I'm sorry," said Lakshman, "but I have been entrusted with a very important duty here. I will not fall asleep." "Then where shall I apply my strength?" asked the goddess. "From now on," suggested Lakshmana, "whenever you see a lively debate going on in a religious meeting, sit on the eyelids of any sinner who may be participating. Lakshmana was left to carry out his duty undistributed. Since that day, if any sinner happens to attend a religious meeting,
परमपिता बाबा की जय।